We talked a lot about the semantic search and the ability to extract semantic meaning from documents and from queries and find a match between the two. But we also remember that in the past we used to have other types of search where we search for keywords and terms. And what we believe, and this is the topic of the hybrid search, that if we combine the two methods together, we can increase the performance of our retrieval step. So let's look at this diagram and see what do we mean by the hybrid search. So we have our document, the one that we saw before, and we have a query. And we can see that the word cell appears both in the query and in the text multiple times. And the same for the word energy. So we have a good feeling, and if we had the ability to search by these terms, we increase the probability of retrieving those documents. So we're going to create two indexes. One is the sparse index, the one that we used before, when we take the document, send it to an embedding encoder, and takes those vectors and put them in the vector database. But at the same time, we take the text and we'll send it to a sparse encoder. The reason why we call it sparse is because the dense encoder creates a vector with hundreds and sometimes even thousands of numbers, while the sparse encoder only output a few dozens and even fewer tokens for each one of the documents. So here we see the encoding that we have for each token, in which document, and what is the score of this document. This score is a calculation of the frequency of this term compared to the other terms of this document. And what we want to do is to find the set of the most significant representation of this document by those specific terms. Then, once we have the query of the user, we will send it to the two indexes, and each one of them will retrieve a set of documents, and then we set those two set of documents to a merge step in the augmentation. I'm hiding it. The augmentation step before we're going to send the top documents from both methods to the generation model. So now let's go and see how we're going to build this index. We will use the BM25 method, which is a relatively new way of calculating the significant terms of a document. And we'll see two ways of merging, one using weighted score and one using a re-ranking model.